Welcome to Module 9, the Individual and Planetary Field. In this video, we'll be considering the relationship between our individual transformation and the collective awakening. Looking at this from the viewpoint of vibrational dynamics, the law of resonance, and the reflective principle that is inherent in our mind-body field. First, let's explore the law of resonance and reflection. We each live in our own micro-universe, made of patterns of light and sound. This intersects with the field of the planet and all other beings. Our individual field is carried within the field of the earth, and yet it is sovereign in itself. Within our field, we experience the interaction of both the light of our love consciousness and the vibrations of our samskaras, or imprints. Although we are living an autonomous free will experience, we are also inherently influenced by the fallen fractal whenever we embody on Earth. Because of this, as human beings, we share similar patterns collectively and relationally. These interact at the same level of belief. Through this underlying agreement, we create experiential proof of things that have no reality beyond the energy our mind is giving them. What is not real appears to be the normal baseline of our experience, while what is real is somewhat hidden from us until we start inquiring more deeply. While on Earth, we are subject to the tendencies of the Earth subtle matter, from which our mind-body field substance is drawn, and from our own individual patterns of thought and feeling and behaviour, which have developed over many lifetimes in this context. They reflect our own personal trajectory of choices within the field of dreaming available to us on Earth. We have each amplified certain tendencies in our field through repetition and expression, and reduced others through withdrawing energy from them across time. We have developed an inner architecture of belief structures, value systems, an underlying worldview or perception of ourselves and the world. The individual and unique energy field that we find ourselves embodying in today resonates with this complex mandala of frequencies. Each of our chakras is sending out a unique pattern of energy. Some of these patterns are active, while others are latent at any given point in time. We have exercised agency in this development at a human level, like a potter working with a particular type of clay, with the best skill and understanding that we have had at the time. Our deeper awareness always has been guiding us throughout this process, and gradually embodying more fully into the clay or subtle matter of our field, transforming its instinctive duality-based functioning into love-light essence. We have agreed to participate in this experience, to bring our individual field and collective field out of duality and into the state of illuminated love consciousness. So how does our torus work? Our torus functions like a mirror and is designed to reflect back to us the beauty of our own unique love light, and deeper still, the omnipresent nature of the isness itself. A wave of intention is sent out from our core, passes through our chakra system and field, and then returns to our core again. This wave process allows us to receive the blessing of our own creations within time, to witness, receive, and to appreciate the experience we have created. If the radiant light of our inner sun was not blocked or distorted in any way during the out-breath phase of the process, we would experience the reflection of our love back to us clearly all the time. For most of us, these periods of lucidity are only intermittent. However, they are still profoundly impactful when they happen. In those moments when the clouds clear, even temporarily, it feels as though the heavens are smiling upon us, as though the very air around us is filled with beneficent intelligence. We are touching the ground of being, the nature of reality, and remembering who we are. The situation that has historically predominated on Earth is the fractal of fear. Because of the fear patterns present in our field, we receive back reflections that contain fearful aspects. We might experience this as baseline internal states of discomfort and friction, as reactivity towards our experiences, and as circumstances and relationships which match resonance with the challenging patterns we contain. What we contain, consciously or unconsciously, includes what we believe, that is, how we think things are or how we think they should be, what we fear, what we long for, and what we refuse to forgive. All these things must be met and transformed for the distortion and blocking of our light to be resolved, and for our world to change. Our task is to see through these clouds and knots within our field, to relate to them with kindness and wisdom rather than living from them, and to gradually dissolve them into love light, rendering our field transparent to our true nature. Because of the nature of the collective narrative, the patterns that are in us are also in the people around us, and there is ample opportunity to trigger patterns in others or to have them triggered in ourselves. These patterns represent the most defensive, automatic, and least conscious aspects of our existence. In this image, we see the surface level of relationship that causes us so much grief on Earth. Constructed identity relating to constructed identity, ego to ego, persona to persona. When we witness through the contracted field of small mind, fear is the driver. The dynamics are characterized by elements of struggle to varying degrees. We might notice reactions of striving, manipulation, coercion, running and hiding, bending and pretending, objectifying, distancing, and othering. When we are disconnected from our inner light, we feel ourselves to be in a vulnerable and undernourished state, and we may do anything to try and stay safe and get our needs met. While at the same time we may regret what we are doing or feel ashamed of it. At this level of experience, we find it difficult to connect in a meaningful way with each other. We feel distant both from our own light and the light of those around us. This is the cause of the underlying sense of loneliness we feel at times when we are here on Earth. Though we might be tempted to shame and blame ourselves or others for all of this, what is required to break the cycle of suffering is compassion, mercy, and forgiveness. It's comforting to remember that no matter what is playing out on the surface of life, the light of our love remains present within us and within others, even when it seems almost entirely hidden. Let's have a look now at what happens when we begin to turn back towards our light. There is a quote attributed to Rumi that speaks to this. The beloved sees only the beloved. In the art of spiritual peacemaking, Yeshua refers to this as seeing as God sees and loving as God loves. Another way of saying this is, the light in me sees the light in you. As we connect more deeply to the heart of who we are, our field begins to operate in a more integrated way, and we start to witness the world around us differently. In seeing the truth of our own heart, we see through to the heart of others, no matter how many clouds appear to stand in the way. We begin to experience a deep rapport with people, regardless of their state or condition. Sometimes, when there is readiness in two people at the same time, a simultaneous shared state of recognition arises, and their two fields enter a transcendent harmonic together. This can also happen with groups of people. When the illumined masters that assist us on the inner planes witness us living our earthly lives, they see us in this way. They see through our patterns to our light. Nothing is hidden, yet they love us completely. In their presence, the light of remembering is activated in us. For the brief period when we connect with them, we are brought into coherence with our own core light. We see the light and nature of our true being as they see it. We are given a glimpse of our own liberated awareness. Just as they extend this gift of remembering to us, we can help to extend it to others. Now let's look in more detail at our relationship with the planetary field. The planet is a paramatmic star within its own field of consciousness. This field expresses at different levels of frequency. It's larger than our human field, but it functions in exactly the same way. It, in turn, is carried within the field of the solar system. The planet serves as a container of consciousness for multifaceted and intimate, individualized experience. Just like a meadow acts as an environment where flowers can grow, insects can flourish, and animals can live out their lives. Our human torus exists within this larger field and contributes to its vibrational state. We are always connected with the larger field of the planet, and we all affect each other. We witness the planetary field through our individual field. It's like a filter or lens that we perceive through. It works somewhat like tuning in to different radio stations. we perceive the world field and the field of other people from the perspective that we are tuned into, from the channel we are tuned to. Our experiences are being sorted according to our resonances and intentions, like an ongoing algorithm at work in our lives. When we seek out certain content online regularly, the algorithm brings us more of that content or related content and less of other subject matter. So what is available to us is shaped and biased towards what we have previously chosen with regularity. This is how our imprints work. It's what shapes the characteristics of our specific hero's journey. We are connecting with vibrations that interface with our own. Our internal filters affect our perception of what we're experiencing, and our assumptions, our decisions, our reactions and actions determine our timeline, our future trajectory. What we emphasize, reinforce and energize with emotion and attitudes becomes more prevalent in our world. When we worry about an experience, for example, without returning it to our heart, we are energizing and amplifying the fearful content. By contrast, when we presence an experience from our heart through our body, we are connecting it to the deeper levels of existence beyond the narrative. We are transforming it, healing it. As we heal it within our own individual field, we are contributing to its healing in the collective field. In our next video, we'll be exploring the practice of presence and its relationship to planetary healing.